so-called bride your actual friend?
Yeah, she was obsessed with the American show, The Little House on the Prairie.
Oh my God! Yes!
It was so hard being around you and not being able to put my hands on you.
Maya and Carina are back and better than ever. We got some sweet scenes in the season finale of Station 19, but it's going to have to sustain us for a while as I have some bad news to break at the end of the episode. So let's get into today's episode of Station 19, the season 6 finale, Glamorous Life, the Maya and Carina scenes.
Oh, my eyes! My eyes! Whoa, was this so-called bride your actual friend?
Yeah, she was obsessed with the American show, The Little House on the Prairie.
But why?
It reminds me of Rachel in Friends. Remember when she had that like Bo Peep like pink outfit?
I can't believe you don't have a dress for the ball. You've known about this for months.
Maybe not the comment for that moment.
Hey, there was a time where I didn't think I would be accompanying you, so I didn't bother getting one. What about your wedding outfit?
They're not going to this ball. Or if they are, they're gonna go super late.
It was so hard being around you and not being able to put my hands on you.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere.
I've always wanted to.
Then we'd be outnumbered, so that's a no.
Okay. I have another confession to make.
Okay, we're back on the kids thing. I know that this is just my opinion. I know that there's probably as many people who think the same as me as many people who think the opposite. But I just do not really like kids storylines, and I feel like we already saw this on Grey's. We don't get a lot of women loving women couples, and it was the same thing with Grey's. Like, one wanted a kid, one didn't, and then it was the whole da-da-da. I just hope that it doesn't become all consuming, because a lot of these shows, and this isn't just like women loving women characters, this is all shows with all characters that have kids. Sometimes I feel like when they don't know what else to do with characters, they'll be like, oh, give them a kid. But it also gets into dangerous territory then, because they can't find this balance of like, oh yes, they're a good parent and the kid's there all the time, but they can still have other storylines and do things, because when it goes too far, like, I don't know, they're out doing other things, then it becomes this whole, they have to constantly put in like, oh, the kids with their grandparents or the kids at school and this and that. I'm just not super enthusiastic about them doing the whole kid thing, but I will say, like, obviously I'd prefer them to be together, and if it has to be this whole thing with the kid, then yeah, I guess that's better than them being broken up.
Okay, so since you've been doing a lot of work on prioritizing our relationship, I wanted to do a little bit of work too, and I started researching IVF.
There was a lot of people saying this in my comments, like definitely weeks and weeks back, because there was a lot of people that were saying they thought Carina was pregnant, and I never really boarded that train, because I always thought it would make a very unrealistic storyline that I know there's smart people out there who don't know they're pregnant, and when you're stressed and all that stuff you can miss things, but I just don't feel like it would be realistic for Carina, the OBGYN, not realizing she's pregnant. I just never would have bought that as realistic, but they do stuff all the time that's totally unrealistic.
Yes, let's do it.
I booked an appointment?
Yes, let's
Oh
start.
my God! Yes!
So this obviously is not gonna start until next season. I wonder if they're gonna do like a time skip or something. I'll talk more about the hiatus break at the end, but they could, I guess, do time jump. We could come back and she could be pregnant, or it could be further down the line.
We're never gonna get to this ball, are we?
Oh no, we have to go. Ben is getting in the water. We have to spark. Come on, we're done already. Come on.
Maybe one more kiss up?
No, just one more.
No.
Just one more. Just one more.
Where are you going?
They look amazing.
Well, now we are off to the Captain of the Box Awards. So.
But there was a with the main course, by which I mean there won't be one.
They're like, let's get out of here.
So, just dessert, I guess. Okay.
What?
So we've dramatically jumped from they just got there, they're gonna have some dessert, they're chill, and then all of a sudden one of the chefs who's pregnant is like coding. So Maya and Carina in to save the day, and yeah, we know our girl, she's a queen, she's in there, she's gonna handle this.
Because we're gonna try and save this woman's life, we have to get the baby out now.
We're here now? Can't you wait?
No, because once the mom starts coding, there is only really a 5-minute window to try and save both her and her baby's life.
Karina, this is the best we have.
Oh, only one doesn't look very sharp knife, but our girl's got this, you know it.
Have to do.
You're gonna do with that?
I love those little moments where they don't speak, but like it's like communicating. I think it's cute. So as you guys know, I have to mute this because of copyright, but I just wanted to say that I think this was a good place to leave things in at the end of the season, because yes, like there's lots falling down around, but Maya and Carina, you know, we got a lot of the things that we wanted. We wanted them back together, the ring, Karina's back in the house, and they're making plans to go forward, and they're going forward together. So to talk about just the hiatus and tying things up for the season, I saw Danielle like shared stuff behind the scenes from them filming this C-section bit, which I absolutely love when they do that. I can't think of two actors that I think embody just the entire industry more than these two right now, because they seem to love their characters, love the show. They have like a great relationship together. I love how open they are too, and all the Instagram lives and stuff that they do, and they really seem to enjoy their fans, which is quite rare these days. I think they do a fantastic job, and because they're in such a far-reaching show, I don't think that they get enough credit for everything that they're doing for the community, because I mean, yes, we had Cali in Arizona before, but before basically Cali in Arizona and Maya and Carina, like there very much wasn't like huge lead characters in these like massive shows. So I love it. I think they do a great job. And I'm very sad to say that we probably won't be seeing them until at the very earliest January, because the writer's strike is going on, and without the writers we wouldn't have any of these shows. So I don't get why they won't pay these people their worth, but it's causing all of the shows like Station 19 and Grey's to be pushed back. But it could go potentially further back than that. If you're too young to remember the writer's strike of 2007, 2008, let me tell you, it sucked. There was so many shows that they were severely impacted because of this. So I just hope that the writers have what they want met and that we can go forward, because I really don't see what the studios are trying to accomplish by not giving the writers their pay. But that's a subject for another day. Thank you so much for coming and watching these episodes this season with me. I am going to try and go back through older episodes that I haven't covered, because I've watched Grey since the pilot in 2005, but obviously with Maya and Carina, they're what brought me into this show. So I haven't really covered like their earlier episodes on my channel. Obviously I've watched them. So if that's something that you're interested in, leave me a comment below. I do have another channel that goes over fraud, cults, and scams if you want something to watch, because let me tell you, it's going to be an onslaught of reality TV for the next couple of months. So as always, make sure to stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.